Good morning. My name is Paul Elwood. I'm the superintendent at the Gallery Golf Club, and I'd like to introduce our head mechanic here at the gallery, Marty Hernandez. And today we'd like to talk about the process we go through to mow the greens in the morning. Our mechanics will normally get here between 4 and 4:30 in the morning and to prepare the greens mowers that they've brought in the day previous. And here we have the mower that we use to mow the greens. It's a John Deere 22-inch greens reel mower. And Marty will proceed to tell us the adjustments that we go through to prepare it for the mowing that we do normally between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, so right now we're going to check the cut on the mower, which we do every single day. And when we come to the mower, we'll tip it back so we have access to the reel and the bed knife area. So we'll take our piece of paper and we'll check the cut on the reel in 3 places, and it cuts just like a pair of scissors. We want a nice even cut. So you can see the reel is hardly even contacting the bed knife at all. So then when we check our height of cut, we use a digital micrometer, which checks the height of the cut. We'll set it between both our rollers so that we can measure it in thousandths. These are set just under 1/8 of an inch of height. We'll check it on each end to make sure that it's nice and even. And right now the height of the cut is 0.1112, so it's 112
The
thousandths.
option that we have with this mower is that we could either put a grooved roller or a smooth roller on the front. We typically use the grooved roller in the winter so that we can maintain a more consistent height of cut as the grooves will make contact with the soil. And then in the summer, when we have the risk of scalping, we'll use the flat roller so that it'll ride above on the surface of the grass, reducing the risk of scalping. Another option we have on this mower is the light, which is very, very important to us since we normally mow the greens between 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning is when we start.
Okay, so we saw how sharp the greens mowers have to be, so when they do get dull, we bring them over here to our reel grinding machine. We set the reel up in the grinding machine so that it's level in both directions, up and down and forward and backwards. And then this is a control panel. So when we want to grind a reel, we'll turn this motor on, which sets the reel spinning, and we can regulate the speed on it. Then when we set the program, the head actually moves back and forth so that it will sharpen the reel, and it's in a pre-programmed program that we set, so it goes back and forth, sharpening the reel. Okay, so we just looked at our reel grinding machine, and this is actually our bed knife grinding machine. As you can see, there's a bed knife on here. It's got a magnetic base on it. We can do 2 angles with it. We can do the front of it and the face of it, and it too also is kind of a pre-programmed setup. It's got stops on each end, so it stops and then it will go back the other way, cutting the bed knife.
We're out here with our greens mower, and as you can see on the bucket, we have painted white lines so that they can follow their path across the green. Initially, they have to find either a shadow or a star or a tree or something to make their first cut so that they have a straight line. And then they will follow with their white lines as they go back and forth across the green.